Mike received a videotape from his wife. He eagerly gathered his comrades, ready to share his happiness. But what played was anything but. His buddies joined in the uproar.
That's my wife. That's Clancy. That's my fucking neighbor. I lent him my fucking car.
Mike was furious, but he wasn't the only one in the camp with rotten luck. One day, Anthony got a letter from his girlfriend. He tore it open eagerly, but it wasn't filled with longing for him. She told him she couldn't wait anymore. She had fallen for someone else. Anthony couldn't believe his eyes. He called her immediately. The woman said she was already married. Enraged, Anthony hung up. That was reality. To drown the pain of heartbreak, Anthony decided to steal some liquor from the supply and throw a Christmas party with the squad. Just as the soldiers were letting loose, disaster struck. Four Eyes, who was covering Anthony's shift, had fallen asleep. A loose cloth sheet, blown by the wind, caught fire and ignited a cache of signal flares on a military vehicle. The whole camp thought the Iraqis had attacked. Men ran out with rifles in hand, some still half naked, staring at the flares lighting up the sky. The soldiers were baffled. By the next day, Anthony was demoted and punished with burning the entire camp's human waste. After that incident, his disgrace was the talk of the camp. He felt like a clown, and the stench of feces pushed him toward the edge. He unleashed his long-bottled rage on Four Eyes, who'd slept on duty. Then he turned his rifle on himself and dared Four Eyes to shoot him. In the end, that feeling of wanting to die, but not dying, left Anthony with scars that wouldn't heal. Only going into combat, he felt, could release his pent-up frustration. That chance came soon enough. On January 17, 1991, a U.S.-led coalition of 34 countries deployed 570,000 troops in an overwhelming assault. The Gulf War had begun. This time, the U.S. military used the most advanced GPS systems. The era of human wave battles was over. These soldiers, hungry for a fight, hadn't even engaged. When the battle was already declared finished, they could only wait on standby for further orders. But soon, the enemy launched a surprise attack. Bullets whizzed past them like dense rain. Everyone scrambled for cover, except Anthony, who stood frozen in place. When he wasn't in battle, he craved it. Now in battle, he was paralyzed by fear. The enemy's sudden assault ended almost as soon as it began. He realized he'd wet himself. By the time he snapped back to his senses, the enemies had been wiped out by bombers overhead.